Hey everybody, Hoyler's Mad coming at you here with another battle report. I am trying to get in as many games as I can before Buckeye battles this coming weekend. I feel like the list that I'm fielding here is probably the weakest list I've fielded in a long time. So far I have not yet won a game with it. I love the list, I love the way it looks, I love the way the painting's coming out, but I just haven't been able to win with it yet. Not really the kind of thing you want when you're going into a tournament, so I managed to get a couple of games in today. The first one I'll be doing a battle report for is against a Vermin Swarm army. Very tough list, played by a very good player. He's in, I think the top 5 of the U.S. rankings on WarScore, so very capable player, and he set this down in front of me, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a rough game. So this is kind of a general view of the battlefield here, and then we'll go over his list, my list, and we'll get right into it. So starting in his right-hand corner, he has a lightning cannon, and then these dogs here are actually Jezzails. So he's proxying 2 units of 5 of those, and these things are rough. Lightning cannon's already rough. The Jezzails shoot strength 6 shots, I think, so I'm feeling that as far as a matchup for me goes. I got big dinosaurs, and they're supposed to be scary, and he's got so much high strength shooting that it's kind of difficult for me. Then he has a bunch of plague monks with the plague prophet on the big plague furnace, lots of plague stuff. Then he has a big unit of vermin guard, and there's quite a few characters in there. I'm not sure. I think there's an engineer. His BSB is second to the left, and then there's a tyrant on the war litter who's like a 1-up rerollable 4-up or something. So I'm just never gonna ever swing attacks at him. I don't think I could ever kill him. Then he has then we've got a unit of Skaven slaves, a dread mill, another unit of Skaven slaves, another dread mill. This is what I'm talking about. These dread mills shoot shots that auto hit at strength normally enough to hurt me. It's like 2, 4, 6, or 8, but I mean 6, 8, and 10 or 3. 3 of the 5 can easily kill my dinosaurs. So, and then each of the shots auto hits and does D3 wounds. So it's very rough. Here's another unit of Jezzails. Another lightning cannon, and then these guys I've never played against over here on the left. I guess Thunderhawks. They're like decently armored rat monsters that carry a bunch of different weapons, and they're like breath weapons, or they can fire like 2d6 or 3d6 strength 4. They have a grind weapon, close combat attack, so they're pretty. You'd have to put either a dedicated fighting unit or dedicated shooting to take them out. They're no joke. So starting over here, I have my Razordon models finally, but I'm still working on them. I've got a Razordon on the back, my 3 Skink Skyriders, Camo Skinks, then I've got my Skinks with the Caimans, level 1 Wilderness with Dispel Scroll, Skinks with my General, the BSB, the Thyroscutus, more Skinks with Caimans, my good old Stygiosaur, 2 units of Camo Skinks, another unit of Skink Skyriders, and then my other, that's what the Razordons will end up looking like once I'm finished painting them. I kind of dig their paint scheme. So I get to go first because I deployed everything first, and since I was able to Vanguard, I move up so that the Jezzails can't see me. And their weapons are unwieldy, so if they turn to fire at me, they'll get an extra -1 for moving. So it's -2, and I'm a skirmish, so it's -3. So, and if they shoot the skinks in front of them, they're hard target, and they are skirmish, so that's -3. So either way, I don't think he's going to be shooting any of these guys. I move up and try to use this impassable terrain to block it so that both of the cannons can't fire at one of the monsters, and the Engine of the Gods for my BSB is giving the 5-up ward save, so hopefully that'll help. Over here we move up so that we have some options. We could charge Jezzails, we could charge one of the Dread Mills, we could charge the cannon. And I should say I put the Praescent on the Vermin Guard and the Plague Monks as 2 combat blocks. So if I could get in the flank of one of those, it'd be pretty good, I think. So in my magic phase, I put down a Comet back there, and he stops it. He doesn't have a Dispel Scroll, he throws a few dice at that. I managed to get Amber Spear here on the Dreadmill and put a couple wounds on that, so that's lucky because it's toughness 6, so I need a 4 to wound. And then I get Blizzard on the rightmost cannon to try to stop it from killing all my pretty dinos. So this is the bottom of one. His 2 Dreadmills both come just inches. I wasn't even that far away, really. He needed like an 8 or a 9 on 3d6. He comes short of killing, of hitting both of those, which the impact hits would have surely killed them, so I'm grateful for that. He moves up pretty aggressively on the right-hand side here, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. So over here, I'm not sure how I did a wound to the Jezzails, but he moves up, not too aggressively. I mean, he's got some good shooting. I think the Thunderhawks needed a little bit of range. So his shooting comes, even though one of the cannons is, I think this is from the leftmost cannon, puts 3 wounds on the Stygiosaur. I failed my ward save, so that sucks. You can't see it, I don't think, but the other one puts, even with Blizzard, shoots my Thyroscutus and puts 2 on him. Well, crap. I don't think he could see my BSB because of the Plague Furnace was like right in the way. Maybe he could still see me with the rolls on it. It would have been a negative if he didn't want to take it with Blizzard. So he does strength 4 on both of the Dreadmills when he rolls for some random strength. But I'm toughness 2, so they still wound me on 2s. My BSB was close enough for the one that failed their leadership, so they both stick. Hooray. Between his Thunderhawks, I think his Thunderhawks kill one of my my Skyriders, and then the Jezzails open up and kill the other one. So now I've got one guy left. Even being Skirmisher. Crap. Oh, there's an awkward sideways picture. I guess I did take one of the Thyroscutus. He hit it even though it was he was blizzarded it. So we go to the top of 2, and I move up. I don't know what these guys are going to do. I'm going to try to put a couple wounds on these. Probably not. The Razordon's going to shoot at them, which the Razordon, they haven't impressed me so far. We'll see. Might have to switch those to Salamanders or something and just pretend. I do charge my last Sky guy into the Jezzails. I figured they're like strength 3 in combat. I have a 3-up armor. Maybe I'll do okay. I do a couple wounds. They can't be that good of leadership, and hopefully they'll flee and I'll overrun into the cannon. I couldn't just charge the cannon because it was too far away. So I did some crazy charges here. You can't see him, but he's, to the tree, to a little bit to the bottom right. The Stygiosaur tried to flank the Doom Wheel that isn't in combat now. I only needed a 7 on Swift Stride, and I failed it. So that stinks. I figured if I could get into his side, I could do maybe 1 or 2 wounds. I'm poisoned, strength 5, so. But, in the flank, charge, rank, he's like leadership 7, no reroll. He'll be down to like a 3 or 4-3, and then he would hopefully flee, but didn't make that. I had to charge the camo skinks into the slaves there in order to make room, and then I hit this Doom Wheel with this unit. So I feel like I can, with the Caimans in there, I can probably kill them. And there you see the failed charge from that guy. On the right, my BSB charges into the Plague unit, so he's going to do 2d6 plus 1 impact hits, and I get to reroll the number. I also tried to put the skink unit with the Caimans in, and they failed, so that really stinks. But I did get the Skyriders into the flank, and they're going to get the D3, so they're going to be, the mounts will be 9 plus 3 D3 attacks, rerolling to hit. It should do decent, hopefully. Razordon just moves up to shoot at those guys, but it's not, they're in the woods. I need like 6s to hit him, it's not going to be great. And then my skinks move up here to fire at that cannon. See, magic, I don't think does much. My camo skinks do put 2 wounds on the cannon here. I think he did like 2 wounds to me, and I couldn't make both of my 3-up armor saves, so that guy dies after I killed one. Not terribly useful. So this is kind of funny. I killed the. I had a decision to make here. I take the Doom Dreadwheel down to 1 wound, and I'm like, well, here are my options. I can overrun and almost certainly hit the slave unit here kill them on his turn, and then I'll have the option to reform and maybe flank his Vermin Guard unit. If I do that, it's going to be incredibly easy for his Dreadmill to go behind me and kill the Stygiusaur and maybe even the Thyroscutus. I could just reform and turn to face him. If he slams into me, I'll kill him. Most certainly. He'll get impact hits, kill a bunch of skinks, and then my Caimans and poison attacks will most certainly do the job. And I could make it so that everything would be in my front. I decided to go this way because I feel like the Dreadmill's not what's going to win the game. I got to break his Vermin Guard unit. He's got all the characters in there and everything. What I don't realize is after my Camo Skinks over here, I realize it's after I overran. Camo Skinks are going to probably die, and then he's going to be able to flank my unit. And I still feel like I might win, maybe lose by a little bit, but it's not great. I mean, now I'm down charge, flank. Well, charge will wash, but flank 3 ranks. I'm down by 4 to start with. I would say I can't parry, but we're with weapon skill too, so not a great move on my part. And then after combat here, my lone Camo Skink. I think I did maybe 1 or 2 wounds to him. He did 1 to me. I have a charge at 3 ranks. Anyway, I needed a 3 or something, 2 or 3 to stick, and I stuck. So, that was crazy. Over here, I did better than I thought I would. He challenged, because he didn't want all those impacts just killing Plague Monks. And I'm not sure this was the right move, but he challenged because he also wanted to be able to grind my guy and have to be in base contact. And my BSB kills the Plague Pendulum with all the impact hits. And same thing that happened with the Prelate I fought on the War Altar. I did 4 wounds, and the guy had 1 left, and then the actual Taurosaur attacks, and his attacks killed him. So, hooray. We grind them down a little bit, and now that, shouldn't be able to countercharge over there, and then I should be in business. We go to the bottom of 2. He charges those skinks over there. They flee and go only 4 inches, so he catches them. Bummer. He does put the Dreadmill into my Stygiusaur. That guy's going to die in the shooting phase. And then I didn't see this coming, so I forgot he had an assassin. The assassin has the Potion of Strength and does D3 wounds. He reveals that he is in the Vermin Guard unit, and he puts him in the corner so that guy can charge out solo into the side of my guy. So now he's going to be 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 6, D3 wounds each. I think he only wounds me twice, or he wounded me 3 times, and I saved 1 of them on a 6. I have a 6 of armor at that point, and then the D3 wounds is what did it for me. He did 3 wounds exactly, I think. So he dies. Bummer. So the Dreadmill shoots once, kills the Stygiusaur, shoots another skink in that unit behind him, which was the closest. Then he's closest to the Thyroscutus and puts a wound on him. This is after this combat again, so we're just hanging in there. Yeah, easily kills my Taurosaur there. So after combat here, I beat them. They explode because they're slaves, and I just turn to face the flank. And then we go to the top of 3, and this unit charges his assassin. I'll kill him, overrun, and then fight that unit with both of those in there. So should easily crush them. Over here, I don't really think we move much. We're just trying to kill that. That guy moves up. I move to the side of them to shoot them. So I do a big combo charge here. And I feel like this is going to go good, but I'm also not so sure. I get the front and the flank. I got my Thyro up close enough. He's going to get charged next turn and die probably by the thing. I move up close enough where I can get the 5-up poison on my General's unit, and then I get the Stars Align on them. So now they're hitting on 4s. 5s and 6s are poison, and I get to reroll to hit. That's 13 attacks. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get my ass kicked because he has characters in there and stuff, but we'll see. So after combat here, we beat them. We don't run them down, actually. That stinks. I actually lost 1 round of combat when my BSB died, but these guys stuck, so they're not frenzied. They don't have to chase. They stick. They restrain. This is this combat here. He turns and shoots me with. I guess this is his turn now. He turns and shot me with. It's like a 2D, or it's a breath weapon, I guess, kind of thing. So I didn't take proper pictures of this. On my turn when I charged him, we did some wounds. He hit with like an incredible amount to the front. I mean, because I'm parrying, so even though his weapons go 4, I'm 2, he can only hit me on 4s. He hit really well. He wounds me on 2, so it's the hit part that I'm counting on, and we just don't do enough. And I think I won by 1. And we checked. I was disrupting him, so he didn't get his +3 ranks for combat resolution, but we didn't find anything that says you can't use strength in numbers. So instead of being on a 6 with a reroll, he was on a 9 with a reroll. And I couldn't, we didn't see anything that said you couldn't do that. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like if you are disrupted, then maybe you should, you should have to, you should lose that. It's kind of a big deal, but anyway. Then in his turn, he put the slaves and the dread mill into the rear and side of my unit over there. So he easily beats me. I mean, it's not even close at that point. And then we're getting ready for more games, so he'd already picked up the dread, the vermin guard there. But his plague monks are gone because they didn't rally and they fled off the board. And then this is pretty much what I have left. And this is only the bottom of turn 3. So he has plenty of time. I don't know if he could get some of my stuff. That Thyrescutus is movement 4. He's the only guy who's not movement 6 in my army, at least. He's going to die. But the Skyriders could fly away. My little lone character is probably going to die. I could try to run with that unit of skinks I have, and that's pretty much it. So this is definitely a major victory for the Vermin Swarm. I knew it was going to be a tough game. 0-3 now with this army, I think. So 0-3, 0-4. So it's back like when I first started the game. Lose a bunch in a row. I'm waiting for the first win. It's going to feel real good. My club mates are all saying that since I'm losing every one of these games, I'll go to Buckeye and go 5-0. I don't think that's going to happen, but fingers crossed. As always, like, subscribe, comment. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any tips or comments about what I can do to make the battle reports better, please feel free. I'll have another one up shortly for a game that I played against Dwarven Holtz in the same day, so that's exciting. And then the next ones I post will be after I 10 Buckeye, so looking forward to it. Hope you enjoyed the battle report, and I'll see you next time.